let's get this over with. So I haven't decided to leave this cave yet. I don't think it takes me that long to figure out that I should. I think it's pretty soon that I just take off out of here. Oh, I've got like 10 riddles left in this one bag. Is that me leaving? I don't know. Maybe I'm just walking to a new place. Oh, why didn't I use a void? I forgot I had it. Could have saved a bit of a hassle. Yep, no, I'm not leaving yet. I'm sorry, I'm not doing a good job voicing over, but that's... For one thing, I don't have much to say, because this is me not having a thought process and just spelunking, but also I'm just not enthusiastic about having to do 4 voiceovers, counting the I had to do part 2 twice. Yeah. What the heck? I just put an album on my computer, and it downloaded. When I tried to play it in Windows Media Player, it said there was one song by that artist. That doesn't. That's weird. Windows Media Player is great, and it's way better than iTunes, but my one issue with it is that it's terrible at loading songs. Like it's so bad at recognizing when you download a new song. There we go, 10 songs. Alright. Listening to the Crystal Method today. The Crystal Method. They're one of the. I think they're one of the big definitely one of the big American electronic bands of the '90s. Because most early electronic people were British. The way it worked, pretty much all the trance or house people were European. Trance is like Dutch people, German people, Scandinavian, I guess. And then the UK, house, French people do house. Like France is all house music, disco, and this is in the 90s, by the way, but it is still to some extent true today. And then the UK is like garage, acid house, kind of the darker, heavier genres. And the Crystal Method definitely could have faked being British. I think they're Big Beat, like Fatboy Slim, but they're American, which is cool because there were not a lot of American musicians. Oh, I must have mentioned this like 8 times in the 2 times I voiced over to the part 2, the first part. This thing looks like the Fortress of Solitude, doesn't it? I'm not very familiar with Superman, but I think that looks like the Fortress of Solitude. And I also want to touch it, but I can't. Anyway, I'm listening to the Crystal Method's first album, or their second album. It's called Vegas, and it's their best-selling album. It's pretty neat so far. And the first song, it's pretty good. I'm doing annotations for part 2 right now because I don't want to deal with that later. I'm being lazy. Okay. Ooh. Good song. Alright, so far, Crystal Method, Vegas, highly recommended. Listen to it. It's good album so far. Okay, so it's here that I leave. Okay. And we enter Dyla. The dread pirate Briggs was captured in Madra. If that guy were free, you could. I would read villagers' things to entertain myself, but I scroll through them too fast when I play. Whoops. basically, if I remember correctly, what's going on with this town, there's a pirate, Briggs, I think is his name, Briggs, and he's in jail there, and then this other, like, kind of group of barbarians almost sweep through, and they break him out, but it's like an attack on the village, so it's not just, they didn't like just go in there to break him out. And it looks like that's the probably the Douse drop, which, and another Fortress of Solitude thing. Hey, but we need the Frost Jewel to get the Douse drop, so that's a mess. There were a couple times where I thought Douse would have been useful. I forget. I think that was in the first part. Where I wanted to use Douse. So hopefully we get that soon enough. And hopefully we get Frost. Oh, it's Cooper. Cayman. Well, well. Our happy little family is back together again. Alex, where did you go? To look for a ship, of course. That's what Creighton said. And did you find one? Unfortunately, there are none to be had. I spoke to the mayor, and he suggested that we try to the large town south of us. Is that where you're going? Yes. Madra may have boats available. That would be the most logical move. So what do you think? Should we go to Madra with Alex? And Ute? What? Is that like my cousin Vinny? I got two Utes here. Yeah, I guess this is just me ostracizing their translation. Ute. Ah, you want to travel with me. What, you don't like that idea? No, that's not it. I'm just preoccupied. Self-absorbed is more like it. I simply prefer to work alone. If that's the case, we'll let you be. Perhaps you will see me in Madra. God, the nerve of that guy. Yeah, I know. Now I just want to find a boat before he does. Let's be on our way. And you know, I think I might have... I think I said, I was talking about Briggs earlier. I think that was wrong, because this is the first town we were in, not the... Never mind, I jumped the gun with Briggs and all that, I think. Sword card, I don't know if I've showed it yet, but it's pretty lousy. It's not anything to write home about. Now this is just enthralling. This is why people watch LWMSTGSTLA. I legitimately wonder what I'm doing. Maybe I was like sending a text or something? I don't know. Jeez. God, this is just terrible video making. My gosh, for one thing, to me standing there and not editing that out, and for another, me just not having anything to say about it. Well, gadzooks. At least we're off now. Good lord. Woo! Now this place is pretty interesting. We spent some time here because we have some. We're figuring out that there's like 3 levels of the floor being cracked. There's the one where you can walk over it and then it gets cracked worse. There's the one where it's like if you walk on it you will fall, and then there's the one that's completely cracked. That's just a hole. Oh, hey, a kid. Oh. Pick up that Trezzy. Now that sounds pretty good. Full metal vest. I believe it is only equipable on Cayman. Oh no, it's equipable on everybody. But he gets the most benefit out of it because he gets plus 20. Everyone else gets like plus 12. What is he wearing? No. Anyway, yeah, he gets it, and he's pretty beastly now. You might even say he is a stronghold or a fortress. Aha! Now we have these stone pillars that we can jump on, but it looks like they're cracking. So, then there's one just blocking the road, which is weird. So this place is kind of falling apart. If you walk on it too many times, you fall. And I'm taking a look at this, and it doesn't look like for some reason I'm not seeing a way to get out. And it's actually pretty easy to see how it's not hard to see how to get out, but I think it takes me a little while to figure it out. Ugh, I just want to like play this game, but I can't. I have to talk about me playing it 2 weeks ago first. You know, this is probably a sign that that I'm not terrific at making videos, but I hardly ever watch my own stumble videos. I watch my own battles I'll watch them like 5 times before I upload them, and then just to make sure they're good, and then after I upload them I'm like, wow, I enjoy watching this, and I'll watch it like 6 more times. But I rarely watch my stumble parts in full. They're just so long and nothing happens. I don't understand how. Like I'm not like Xerxes always says, like, you know, he does everything he can for his viewers to stay engaged. But I'm like the opposite. Like I think I deserve fewer viewers than I have. Nobody should watch my videos. It's just I can't understand why you would want to. They're so slow and nothing happens. And I think that makes loot faster than Jenna, slower than Cayman. If we get that mint. I just gave it to whoever was the slowest. It's pretty much every RPG, it seems. Well, I guess I'm thinking of Pokemon, but so I guess the two main turn-based RPGs that I can think of, Pokemon and Golden Sun. Once you're at a certain point in the game, once you're pretty late in the game, speed is not an issue. Like, you outspeed everything. Even like your slow pokes at the end of like fourth gen, you're slow. Like, maybe not Bronzong, but like, what's something slow? Like your Empoleon. Your Empoleon outspeeds the entire Elite Four, it seems. Even though it's like, its base speed is like 30 lower than some of the pokes you're facing. Maybe not in the Elite Four, but certainly in a lot of the trainers leading up. And Golden Sun's kind of the same way. Like, at the end of last game, aside from the final bosses, everyone was faster than all the monsters. And I think that's kind of dumb, and it kind of changes up the strategy with using agility boosting items, because instead of saying, oh, well, Cayman right now is my ninja type, he's the PRO, you know, he's a little faster at the expense of a couple attack points. Well, no, he's gonna outspeed everything, and Jenna is gonna outspeed everything. So it's just a matter of making sure your slowest things, your Empoleons, are outspeeding the enemies at the end of the game. I just think it's in general, in Pokes and in Golden Sun, the monsters were probably a little too easy most of the game. There were very few instances where I was threatened with a game over in Golden Sun. It was very rare if it ever happened. I know when I was in the desert and I was fighting those tornado things, not the small ones that you fight like 10 of, but the boss at the end of not the Llamakin desert, the boss at the end of the I can't think of the name of that desert, but anyway, on that boss, I was running out of PP, and I was, as I remember it, I was pretty desperately trying to kill him quickly, and I barely did. But other than that, I really can't think of any times where I was threatened. That's something I hope this game can fix. Give me some more, put some more offensive pressure on me. And I don't think I ever officially declared it, but that is a new obstacle, and looks like I kind of realized that and moved on. So another point for me, White Rogue. Yes, I'm learning from you, buddy. I'm getting there. Uh-oh, looks like I'm in one of my loops again, where I don't know what to do. Oh hey look, I'm using a summon. Oh yeah, that's another thing. White Rogue Whitey wanted me to use summons more, and that is something that I did, hey, a Jin. That is something that I definitely did, when I played on cartridge. For sure, I used summons a lot. How do you get up there? That's just a shortcut, it looks like, just leads me back to where I was before. You know, I don't know how the game decides what synergy you have to redo and what stays. Because there's sometimes when you push a log, and then you walk out of the room, walk back in, the log is back in its original spot. And hey look, a new piece of synergy to get past that new obstacle. Other times, when you push the log, you leave the room, come back, and the log is where you pushed it. So I don't know if there's some like code that there are exceptions to, or if they just did it on a case-by-case basis. I'd kind of be interested to hear what that is. The deal is. Now here's a neat puzzly section of this area. So the Orioles traded for Scott Feldman. I guess it's better than the starters they have now. I guess he'll be Tillman, Gonzalez, Hamill. I guess Chen counts. Hopefully Gossman can be a starter again and do well this year. They're like first rounder out of LSU from a couple years ago, maybe last year's first rounder. And I'm also really liking the vines on those logs. I think that's really neat. How you can push the log and then climb on it and then climb down. I think that's really neat. In fact, I would go as far as to say I hope there's a synergy spell that puts vines on the log. I don't think you can use growth on them, but I think it's pretty neat. Good. They're not even gonna make me use Lash. They did that part for me. Here's somewhere I have to use Lash. And then I remember that I had it set to R. A nut. We got plenty of those. Oh no, I let him rumble. My team is beastly right now. They cannot be touched by random encounters. Oh, there you are. Now here's an example of Makar using his noggin. Look at that. I should really just set move to L. I don't need mind read a lot. No! So close. Like early game, if you use Psynergy, you win. Whoops. And then later in the game, you can't not use Psynergy. Really? Doesn't let me jump there? Huh. Is that my song that you're hearing? You're not supposed to hear my music. You're supposed to hear the game music. There we go. We're already in the cave and we're gonna fall even farther in. Jerk. Now here, I believe, I'm already thinking how I can get to the other side. Oh, am I gonna... and is this it? Nope, not quite. If I can fall on that upper right ledge, maybe I can get around him that way. Aha! There it is. That looks like something we can just use pound on once we get it. Which, it makes it seem like we're gonna get pound pretty soon. That's exciting. It almost looks when it flashes by like Fame became a level 9 PRO. It almost sometimes I misread it as parrot. Fame became a level 9 parrot. Oh, I missed. Oh no, why would I do that? What's wrong with me? Luckily that doesn't ruin anything and just let me get right back up. And just like that we got pound, baby. It looks like confronting him head-on isn't going to get the job done, but I believe I might try it anyway. Yes. Oh, yeah, you can't even get to him. But I remember having a bright idea just as soon as this happened, pretty much. I forget what I was supposed to do, but I'm sure I'll figure it out soon. Being the clever guy I am. Aha! Maybe it's not about confronting him from the other side, but it's just about resetting him. Nope, wrong one. Nope, nope. Come on, you got this. There we go. Yeah. And now we have him trapped. And I don't think I have any Mercury spells because oh, I have a Djinn. Okay, mostly because the Mercury Djinn sucked on everyone. And Flash Bolt's gonna be terrible because it's pretty weak. It's pretty weak when it's not super. Oh, that's actually pretty decent damage. And now, unfortunately, she gets terrible magic because I used the summon. And it's pretty easy to take care of. And we got our Marzigen, who actually seems like he could be useful because we can put him on. Not only can we put him on her. And we just get some stat boost, but we don't ruin anyone's synergy. See, she would just suck. And he is just not affected by Djinn. So he's kind of a place to dump the worthless Djinn and just get stat boost out of him. Doesn't even change his class. And yeah, so we'll make her. She'll be a page. No, we don't want that. Right? Yeah. Just keep her a swordsman, and then you stay up here with Dujin. And so Cayman ends up getting stat boost out of him, and everyone else keeps getting good Djinn. I think this is me just taking a gander at Cayman with That's me taking a gander at Cayman with without the mysterious card. I totally just zoned out there. I was thinking about music, and I completely forgot that I was supposed to be commentating on this and not just watching it. This is kind of random, but this is me. I'm trying to hammer, because earlier the guy used pound on a crack, and it split it. Made it a hole so you can jump over, but now it's not working. Anyway, one way I think the difficulty could have been improved with these games, and would have been very interesting, is if more than one synergy would work on the same item. For example, in the first game, there are those metal boxes that you use lift on. Well, if they'd let you use move, I think it would have been much easier to, it would have been much harder to figure out what you're actually supposed to do, because if you use move and it works, but you can't pass it, you're going to keep trying move until, at least I would keep trying move for a while. So I think having, or like if you could lift or force a log and push it down or something, I just think that would make it much more, I guess, thinking, analytical to figure out which synergy you have to use when all of them work. One thing I do really give this game a lot of credit for, and the first game especially, you're not done using each synergy once you get the next one. A lot of, I can't think of examples, but I feel like a lot of games have you, like Zelda, Twilight Princess. You'll get like an item, like the Dominion Rod, and you'll have to use it like the whole time you're in that temple. And then once you're done with that temple, you like never use it again. It's just like the puzzles are only built around what you just got, not everything you have. And it could make for some much more creative puzzles if you use everything you have. And this is called Famous Axe. Now, it has a name. It's like a title. It's like, if it's Thor's hammer or something, it's going to be strong. If it's John's hammer, it's going to be strong. If it has a name in it, clearly it's a prolific weapon. And we're going to soon find that this is no exception. I need a reset on some of the crumbling towers. Oh. Nope. I've had enough of them. That axe just looks gnarly. Look at Cayman holding the axe. He's a beast. Also did pretty good damage, 33. I am just ravaging the Southern Sweet Heat barbecue chips. I'm doing a number on these things, I tell you. There we go. Stone Justice, easily the most awesome sounding attack I've ever used. Ragnarok has competition, but Stone Justice, that's pretty freaking cool. But that's also going to be just about the end of this part as we make it out of this plateau. So I'll see you next time with another frustrated voiceover. Toodaloo.